Well, good evening, everyone. Michael Soothing here, coming to you once again from my clandestine location on the coast of Oregon, where life is pleasant all the time. Even though I did not too long ago, Valentine's Day, before the world came to an end, a video with C's Candy. I'm gonna do, since we all have to stay home for Easter, I'm gonna do the C's Candy Easter catalog. Quite unfortunately, we weren't able to purchase any of this because C's decided they weren't going to ship this year for various obvious reasons, or not so obvious. And then some weird scam emails came to my inbox saying, we have all this Easter C's candy, but it was from some export company, probably in China. So, is there imitation C's candy made out of irradiated and depleted uranium or something? I don't know. Sorry for the slurping. I'm a bit thirsty. Anyway, for the catalog part of our video, I'm going to reorient the camera. But before I do that, I'll show you what Joanne... Oh, and by the way, it's actually a good thing that I couldn't get a hold of any C's candy, because even though my blood sugar is now well controlled, I should not be raising it for two reasons. Actually, three reasons. Reason number one, I'm battling, as you know, lymphoma. Well, cancer cells like sugar. That's one of their favorite tasty meals and snacks. When cancer cells see sugar, they get the munchies, right? And they replicate themselves. So that's one reason not to have a bunch of candy, even when it's seasonal. Reason two, I don't want my blood sugar to go back up into the pre-diabetes range, because I've controlled it very well the last few months. No more pre-diabetes. And reason door number three is that the unnamed and unmentionable issue going on in today's world, it just so happens that if you have high blood sugar or pre-diabetes and such, and you're old, from the pre-Cambrian era, okay, that's a double whammy against you. So young people don't get sick with this thing. I mean, they get sick, but they don't have fatalities. Medium-age people, young people, children, they just don't. So that's just how it is. Anyway, I'm gonna munch on... Joanne made a video, though, with Easter peeps. I'll make a video about the meaning of Easter and Good Friday and Palm Sunday in the next day or two. This is just to fill in the meantime, our springtime theme. Since I don't get to have any actual sugar, I'll show you what Joanne did. I think she made a video with one of these peeps, but she's being very limited with hers also. See this edible grass? You might say to me, that edible grass, you shouldn't eat it because it's got sugar. The fact is, it doesn't. The label said, if I can believe it, sugar-free. What does this sound like on the microphone? I know you can hear it, because I can see the microphone level going like this when I touch it. So I know you hear it, even though I was just going like that, up close to the microphone. Anyway, I'm going to peel off a little bit of this. You know, she's not going to use this anymore. So I can be really rude and bite it right off of here. I promise not to give it to anyone else. You know. Let's see if that tastes like grass. It's not sweet, so I can believe they don't have sugar in it. That red one, reddish, tastes like strawberry. I think this green one is called green apple. So what happened was the Marshmallow Puff Man and Mrs. Marshmallow got together and they hatched these peeps. See? And they're in the nest now, right? After Miss Marshmallow. All right. But we won't talk about that too much because I don't want it to get into trouble by being too graphic. All right, now I am going to put this catalog down where you can see it. And if I'm not too lame stupid, I'll even remember to flip my footage in post-production so that you can see it right side up and we won't be upside down. All right? I don't want you to have to look at every page like that. You know, like that. You'll say, what? The candy's all going to fall out of that bag. All right. Hold on a second. We will flip the camera to a new position. Okay, here we are, guys. I don't have any kind of pointer to help me point. I think I'll use my handy Peeps pointer if I want to show you any particular thing. Look, they had orange cream suckers, but I don't get to have one. Of course, Mr. Chocolate Bunny coming out here. This is buttercream, which I find too rich myself, so that wouldn't have been my favorite. Uh-oh, my microphone fell. I hope this doesn't make loud sounds, but I've got to reposition it. I forgot to reposition it, so I'm going to put it in a very precarious position on top of, what is that? An acetaminophen extra strength. Something I don't take. I think that's Joanne's medicine because I give her a headache from time to time. Dear friends, hey, that's got some gooey peep. I think she ate one. I better use it this way. Share an American-made delicious tradition with family and friends. I guess we won't be sharing like they thought. New Sweet Traditions Easter Basket. This basket has it all. Does it have it all? It doesn't have next week's winning lotto numbers, but it does have lollipops and some kind of marshmallow eggs there. Those are yummy. I miss those. I'm making myself hungry with a sweet tooth. Look, is this Mr. Bunny or Mrs. Bunny? Whichever one it is, they have a chocolate backpack there. Joanne always wears a backpack, and so she looks like Dora the Explorer. Anyway, I'll show you what her selections were going to be, and mine. The ultimate hand-decorated in our candy kitchens. Do you believe they really go through and hand-decorate all these? I must admit to being a little bit skeptical. I'm not so sure. Chocolate butter egg with pecans. Nearly 1 full pound of decadence. This would only take about 3 months off your expected lifespan. Not so bad. Rocky Road would take less, not so dense in butter and chocolate. It's got a lot of walnuts and marshmallows in it, so between this one and this one, this would be better for you. If there's a such thing as better for you in the same sentence with C's candy, okay? Personally, I find this to be the yummiest candy on earth, but that's just me. I actually have a partiality to Bordeaux, so it has sort of a brown sugar bite to it, and I like the coating with the little sprinkles, alright, so that's pretty yummy. Peanut butter eggs are good, but so rich. Chocolate butter eggs feel like I'm eating a heart attack, so I would skip those. Yeah, Rocky Road egg is good. I'm not into coconut, are you? And the Mayfair egg has cherries. That is kind of yummy, I think. Alright. Create your own custom mix. What stuff do I really like here? You know, I think my very favorite C's of all time has got to be the dark California brittle. It's this one. It's got almonds in it and a really crunchy sort of, what do you call that? It's like peanut brittle. It's a brittle, right? Crunchy brittle. Let's see if I can show you that up close. California brittle, that one. That one. I think that's my favorite C's candy. But there are many that I like and many that I don't. Not a marzipan fan. Is there someone out there who likes the endlessly chewy flavor of marzipan? Honey almond paste. It's kind of a weird sticky sweet. Dark coconut cream, nah. You know, blueberries, cashew brittle. That's yummy also. Cashew brittle. There are many here. Milk molasses chips. Those are one of my favorites. Honeycomb wafer. Crispy molasses. I'm making myself like a Pavlovian dog. You know, I might start to salivate. Look, somebody put 3 pounds of C's candy on that scale. It even has the correct weight. Mary C. She came from the regions of Hades to tempt us into doing all the wrong things, okay? Mary C. Scotch Kiss. Have you ever seen, what is it? The girls put on those green t-shirts that say, "Kiss me, I'm Irish." But this one is Scotch, that's close. Honey marshmallow dipped in vanilla caramel. California Crunch. C's apple pie truffle. I don't like it. It's kind of yucky. All of these with the nuts and chocolate are pretty good. I think I lean more towards the hard candies than the soft ones, for the most part. Oh, that looks good. And do you know that C's candy like this always tastes better if it comes in a decorative wrapper that's festive? That actually adds additional flavor to the candies, so they taste better when you have that. All right. You know, someday I'm going to get some of this stuff, but not until I'm cured from any and all health conditions, and there are no viral threats on my horizon. 1 pound of dark chocolate That's the California brittle that I like, or whatever they call it. Cashew brittle. And these are the molasses chips. They're yummy. I prefer the dark chocolate over the milk chocolate. Please tell me what you like best. Dark chocolates or milk chocolates? I read all your comments, guys, even if I don't always have time to respond. Right now it's tough because I've got millions of family and friends texting, emailing, calling, FaceTiming, Instagramming, Facebooking, Facebook messengering, and so it's very hard to keep up with social media when I'm not a social media kind of guy. That's really not me, but I'm trying, all right? So here we go. Nuts and chews of every kind and variety. Most of these are yummy. I like this one. This is kind of a caramel patty. See, I know them all on sight. I don't really like that very much, or that. But the rest are pretty good. Caramels are a little too chewy for my taste. Free shipping, it says here, except we decided we can't ship at all. So you see, if they can't ship it at all, it is indeed free, isn't it? In fact, my indulgence today in these is completely free of calories or health detriment causing, effects. Soft centers. No, I think I would opt for, out of these three, I would maybe opt for the variety pack. This one. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. Well done, Easter Bunny. Basket and egg hunt favorites. Let's see what we have here. Scotchmallows are pretty good. Pure joy in every bite. And who doesn't need some joy in their life now and then? Is it possible to look at Peeps and still be upset and anxious? I don't think so. Although we need a yellow one, don't we? These aren't the standard colors. But you see, they have sort of a happy look. You can't look at a Peep and then be angry. Scotchmallow is good, as I said. But I prefer the marshmallow here. Between those two. That's a little bit rich for my blood. Why is this dog-eared? Because Joanne wanted something I was going to order for her. Unfortunately for her, she has to also watch her sugar. But she wanted this. Sweet surprise chicks. Because she was going to make a video with these, where you crack open the thin chocolate shell and there's a little white chocolate candied chick inside, right? And who doesn't want to crack open an egg and find a chick inside, right? Mini milk chocolate bunnies. This is the diet pack. Easter tote. $2 just for a bag that costs 4 cents to make. What a deal. Easter treat bags. Here's another one. At the store they charge you for bags now, but it's only 5 cents. All right. Easter puppy box or Easter kitten box. Let's see which is which. Well, the puppy box has the sea suckers, which I really like, because they last a long time. But I don't really like jelly beans, so even though the blueberry and sour apple is a nice combination. So I would have to opt for the kitten box because it's got marshmallow, molasses chips and some other goodies. But yeah, Joanne wanted this. And I think something else in here I was going to get her. Here is nonpareil jelly eggs. Those are the ones with little weird crunchies all over the top of them. New Spring Bunnies basket. Man, this stuff is expensive for candy. It makes me glad. I would feel a little ripped off, 24 bucks for one sucker, one chocolate bunny, 6 of these chocolate eggs, a couple jelly beans, and what's this thing? One marshmallow egg, and 24 bucks. That's a little bit steep, guys, don't you think? We get taken advantage of sometimes by paying for, special events, things like that. By the way, what do you think's going to happen to all of this candy? They went to all this trouble and made all this stuff, and they decided they couldn't sell it to anyone. I think their lawyers told them, people are going to blame you if they come down with something and they say they got it from your candy that you shipped, right? Which is strange to me, but Sweet Bouquet Keepsake Tin. So here you get whatever that is, half a pound or something of candy, and a tin that you're never going to use for anything else. And it's 23 bucks basically. It says here, Paradise Awaits. Sweet orange cream, tangy pineapple, and luxurious white chocolate. Actually, that's something Joanne would like, but I can't tempt her with stuff like that anymore because she, like myself, has to be very careful. Look, they have special flavor lollipops. Where will they all go? I hope they're not going to dispose of it all, since they can't sell it. Orange cream lollipops. I mean, at least give it to some people who can normally not afford it or something, but need a treat. Voice getting scratchy again. You guys asked me to do an entire, well, some subbies have said, do a whisper video. And I don't usually do whisper videos, but the end of this one might become almost a whisper video. There's something about gold, isn't there, that also imparts a better richness and depth of flavor to the candy, right? Just like the right kind of wine bottle makes a vintage vino taste better. How does that work? You tell me. Well, we already both know. It's the placebo effect. Truffles are too rich. I don't like them so much. Free or flat rate shipping. Popular party treats. You can get these party treats for people to munch on, but the people have to use a very long selfie stick type scoop that's about 8 feet long and reach over carefully to the bowl, okay, from across the room and pick a little bit up and then transport it back to where they can eat it, and ingest it. And then they can't put the same scoop back again because they've touched it. So it has to be sheathed in plastic first, plastic removed, and then it has to be treated with high pressure, high heat steam, and then sterilized, heat treated, and then it can go back and scoop some more of the party treats. Okay, so if you want, I like bridge mix. I'm sorry, but it's too yummy to resist. Don't put it in front of me, not even 10 feet in front of me. They also have really yummy peanut brittle, I must say, if I have to admit it myself. C's Awesome Bar. Okay, here's a fancy tin. Keepsake tin for any occasion. Makes you want to put your little treasures in there when all the chocolate's gone, right? Did you ever see that movie? Oh gosh, you know how I am with names and titles. To Kill a Mockingbird, and it starts with the cigar box full of their treasures, the two kids, and they all have a meaning. The treasures in the box have a meaning. Excellent film, by the way. Black and white. For you younger people, you'll go, that's too boring. And yeah, you have to be into stories and characters and acting talent to appreciate the film. But it's a 4-star film. 5-star if you're using a 5-star scale. C's Awesome Bars. Your favorite flavors, candy bar style. What do they got? Nut and chew, walnut square, peanut brittle bars. Yeah, that's the one there that I want. Peanut brittle bars. All right. Peppermints, molasses chips, in case you just think those are the yummiest. That's it. I'm not going to turn to the final page because you might see my name and address and come too close. And if you did that, I would have to put on a Darth Vader costume and a face mask and say, "Come over to the dark side, Luke. It is your destiny." Okay, or no, I wouldn't say that, but I wouldn't say that to you. Especially at Easter time, you want to come over to God, not to the dark side. But anyway, Mary C's original recipe, this fudge here. Is that the only thing that's an original Mary C's recipe? I thought, and here I thought she invented everything in here. See how naive we can be? Thing about these lollipops is you have to pay a lot of extra for this little plastic piece that goes on it with the bunny face. I don't think that's a very good deal. But if you're giving it to a kid or something, you know. So, some of you out there, at least one of you is going to say, well, what are you going to do giving that to a kid? Trying to promote future obesity and diabetes and heart disease and lung cancer. Okay. See, some people can't enjoy a simple treat without getting crazy about it. But some people like me, I can't enjoy a simple treat anymore. Hey, this doesn't look very clean if they're hand decorating. It's an oxidized tool they're using here. Let me show you and you'll see. You'll see that it is. And you'll say, hey, they shouldn't be using that oxidized tool, see? It doesn't look that great. Like it's got a little rust on it or something. So, guys, don't put that in your hand decorating photo, okay? All right, that's going to do it for this edition of Michael Soothing's deprivation of candy this year. But we'll find something, yummy and fun to do. We always do. I'm going to make some special little morning rolls for Easter Sunday. We're going to have to do church on Sunday will be live streamed from our church, and we'll have to do communion collectively in our own homes. So, that will be a different experience probably than anyone's ever had before. But in the early days, they did that in the home. So remember, the Last Supper was in an upper room of a home. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Do not walk and ASMR at the same time outside, because you might run into a telephone pole, or if you play Pokemon and you're walking, Take care, everyone. I hope you have a Good Friday. And remember the reason for the season. I will make a video about it within the next 1 or 2 days. All right. Bye-bye for now.